Hello everyone. Welcome back to Doctor Who and Autism Celebrations. And today I'm joined with Paul, and we're going to be speaking about Doctor Who, the 60th anniversary, and I guess just Doctor Who in general. So good to have you on. It's good to have you on today, Paul.
Oh, thanks very much, Bryson. It's good to
Yeah,
see you again.
yeah. How you been doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Fairly busy at college and that, and now Halloween's out of the way, and we're into November, getting ready for Christmas.
Yeah. Uh, uh, Crazy how time flies.
It is. It is.
Um, so with um with Doctor Who, when did you start watching it? Would you say?
Um, I, I suppose I started watching it in the Tom Baker era, so sort of like late 70s. I'd say maybe sort of 76, 77, around that time, you know. Um, so yeah, and that's probably why Tom Baker's my sort of like ultimate doctor for me. You know,
Yeah. Yeah, I for Christmas I actually got his scarf for last Christmas, not this Christmas.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the Fourth Doctor's scarf. My daughter knitted it for me, so she got to about 6.5 feet, and then she'd had enough. I think it's about 12 feet, isn't it, or something?
It's
So
long.
she'd either run out of wool or run out of the will to live, I think,
Yeah,
and so it has to be, well, has to be quite cold to wear that one.
yeah, it is. I guess it's good for the winter, for to wear it. Um, yeah, I got that, and it's I can't believe how long it is. Goes down to the floor.
Yeah, and I suppose I think Tom Baker was a good sort of 6 foot, wasn't he?
Mm.
In his time.
Yeah, Tom Baker was. I
Um,
think he's done the longest amount of series as the Doctor.
right, right, yeah, yeah, because definitely when it went into the 80s, it sort of chopped and changed a little bit.
Yeah, normally now 3 seasons is like per Doctor now. It seems.
Yeah, yeah. Who's your favourite Doctor?
Um, my favorite Doctor is David Tennant. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I like Doctor Who. I haven't watched all like the older ones, but I will now. They're on BBC iPlayer, but I will definitely watch like the Fourth Doctor and stuff. But when I've watched it, I just feel like from the Ninth Doctor till the 11th Doctor was when I really enjoyed it. Like
yeah.
what like Doctor Who, I thought those were the best episodes, or like the time to be watching Doctor Who around that time. And I think after that it maybe just dropped down a little bit. And
Yeah.
I think now it's just going back maybe to when like back then where Doctor Who was quite I think to talk about like it was good.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, definitely had a good run then. I think a good sort of scripts,
Yeah,
definitely. And then it'd be interesting with these series now to see what sort of Disney does with it. Whether it does get turned into a multiverse, or I saw a few threads the other week on whether whether there's going to be a well, there's going to be a unit spin-off, isn't there?
yeah.
And whether there's going to maybe whether David Tennant's going to have a spin-off as well. So
I think because they announced Doctor Who Unleashed is kind of a first spin-off with like linked to Confidential, which they had years ago, which would be cool because like you can watch Doctor Who then go to BBC Three and watch that
yeah,
after the episode, and I'm doing that for the 60th as well. So um, that would be good to have that to go to.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah,
I think that's a good thing because sometimes you miss certain things, don't you? Or if you have or you watch it again and then you think, ah, I didn't see that bit, or oh, that's what that's got to do with it, or maybe a different story, or some little Easter egg that they've popped in there just to be there. But uh,
yeah. I think with a unit spin-off, I think if that did there, I don't know when it would. I don't think it would probably not air until maybe 2025. When
yeah,
they've done, they'll probably let Shooty do a series first, um, and
yeah,
then they'll do it then because uh, Unit does look a lot like Avengers Tower a little bit, doesn't it?
it does, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they've just taken the Hulk out there, or maybe that's where Tony Stark's
Hmm.
coming out. But
Yeah.
it might be. I always used to get disappointed when when it was like that 8 or 12 episodes a year, and you'd have all this anticipation. So maybe having the odd spin-off one to sort of fill the gap till you get the Doctor back.
Yeah. I think Russell T Davies has said he wants to make it more annually, like you're not missing much because we there hasn't been a Doctor Who episodes over a year, over a year now, and it's crazy really. When we was with the 13th Doctor, I think you had a whole year or even maybe two that you didn't have a Doctor Who episode. So I think like with like the Christmas specials coming back, that will be a good start off point, I guess, to bring people back into it.
Yeah, yeah. I enjoy the Christmas specials. I think that's a really good. It is part of Christmas, isn't it? Doctor Who.
Yeah, like it won't. It's not the same. You have your dinner, you open your presents, and then you'd watch Doctor Who.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
Um, and
definitely.
then I don't think it had the same feel having it on New Year's Day because it's a different feeling, really. Like New
It
Year's
is.
Day, you come into it thinking, "Oh no, there's another year starting. Oh, here we go again." It's not as exciting as Christmas.
Mm, mm. Yeah, definitely. I agree with you there totally.
Yeah. But I think like we won't get. We kind of will with Series 14 because I think they include the three specials included into Series 14. Um,
Yeah,
I think that's what they'll do. So you have like 12, 13 episodes, but then I think they'll go back to maybe the 8 episodes, um,
yeah,
which they normally used to do.
mm. Yeah. Be interesting to see. And I mean, obviously these days, whereas it used to be like dodgy sets and that, they've got plenty more, plenty more money to put into it, haven't they?
Yeah,
And more special effects.
they've got so many different effects. Like from the trailers that we've seen, it's very you could see about how much the money from Disney Plus has impacted um, Doctor Who.
Yeah, yeah. I think in some respects, it may be sort of not saved it, but it's given it more legs. I think with the Americans watching it, and more worldwide, hasn't it? More of a as opposed to just a British show.
Yeah, it gives a chance for people to not like stream it, like they can watch it as well, like we do. Um, but I think the annoying thing is sometimes, like especially with the launch of the Sonic Screwdriver, like I think they were first selling them at a Comic Con in America, which was a shame
Yeah,
because it is a British show. Not
yeah,
it's nothing against America, but I just felt like maybe the people in the UK should have had the first chance to get it
yeah.
um
Could have got
first.
first, yeah, first leading, and the sonic screwdrivers, whereas they used to be quite widely available, didn't they?
Yeah.
Whereas, like we were just talking before, the new sonic screwdrivers. they only released a few, didn't they? And and I don't know about you, but I can't really afford the. There's a guy, I think it's Rubber Toad, and they're about 500 quid. He does replicas.
Yeah,
They look very nice, but
yeah.
imagine having 15 of those.
I saw there was a 14th Doctor one, and like it's so much money, and that they didn't. I think they didn't make sound. It was just like a light on it. The one,
Yeah,
the one I saw. Um, and the thing is, you could, but you don't want it just to sit in a cabinet all the time. You'd want to use it.
yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's have a bit of fun with it, and that people get a bit precious sometimes, don't they?
Yeah, so sometimes it's crazy how much people want to sell these kind of things for.
Yeah, I'm trying to convert my grandson into a Hoovian, so he's had the sonic screwdrivers.
Yeah, it's it it's probably a good time to get people into it now. Um,
Yeah,
because it's going to be more. It's probably going to be better than it was with
yeah,
David Tennant back in 2005, I think. So I think Shooty Gap was going to be very good. As a
yeah, yeah. He looks really good. I'm looking forward to the one in the '60s,
yeah,
and I do like what his assistant as well. I think she's very good, a very good choice.
yeah. Um, yeah, I know she's from Coronation Street. I know I've watched I have watched Coronation before, but I stopped watching it years ago. Um,
Yeah,
because it got to the same, and these storylines will take years to finish.
yeah,
um, but she looked very good. I think the
yeah,
youngest ever companion as well. So it's
yeah,
crazy.
definitely. Yeah, yeah. It's amazing how many companions, and I did quite like the last one where Ace came back and that. Because Sylvester McCoy was the last of the old Doctors, wasn't he?
Mm.
Before they cancelled it, and I think he only did one season, and I quite liked his season. I thought he was quite quirky that I liked in the Doctor, whereas I wasn't too keen on sort of Peter Davidson stroke Colin.
Baker.
Yeah, kind of with a frizzy hair. Yeah. Oh, maybe it was the costumes I didn't like, but it was the '80s, I suppose. So
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. What was it like when it stopped? Because it stopped for a little period, didn't it?
yeah,
What was it like?
it stopped for quite a while. That you had, I can't remember. I think it was about '85 or '86, and then you didn't have anything till the Paul McGann film, which I think was in the late '90s, because I had moved to Colchester, and I remember watching that, you know, on the TV, and I was like, oh my god, new Doctor Who, and I did quite like Paul McGann's Doctor. So when we had the 50th special, and he had his own sort of regeneration, you know, I was quite pleased with that. That sort of finished that bit off, that middle bit,
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Paul McGann was it's a good doctor. For what he's done.
yeah,
Because he's done other stuff that's good. That's not Doctor Who.
yeah,
As well. I like that he came back for the Power of the Doctor though. I think
yeah,
that was good when all those doctors returned.
yeah. I do like. I thought it was great that they all returned, and I think my sort of um, favourite bit of that was when Tom Baker came back as the architect. You just heard that booming voice right at the end, and you're like, "Oh my God,
Yeah,
Tom Baker's back!"
yeah. Tom Baker as the creator.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
I was like, "Blimey!" It was like I was 8 years old again.
yeah. He was when he said that he said I something about favourite faces, and they will come back. And
yeah,
it kind of comes back to David Tennant. So maybe they were planning it all this time for David Tennant to
yeah,
return 10 years later.
yeah. You never know. You never know. We will find out soon, very soon, won't we?
Yeah, yeah. I would it for because we don't know. By the time this is out, we might, but we don't know when the episodes are going to go out. What do you have any preferences where what dates that or how often you would want them to go out? Like maybe on a 3-day
Um,
cycle or weekly?
yeah, yeah. I think probably weekly. You know, um, definitely not streamed. So you got to wait for the next week. I think it's always good, isn't it?
Mm.
You know, um, and and with the specials, hopefully. So is it three specials including the Christmas one?
Yeah. So you'll get the free specials and then you'll get the Christmas one as well. So we have 4 episodes this year.
Yeah, so we might, yeah, like you say, we might have like, yeah, so that's 3 weeks, isn't it? We're in November now, so sort of 6, 8 weeks till Christmas. Um, yeah, so or one every fortnight, depending if there's any football on or anything like that.
Yeah. Um, it's glad that there's no World Cup around this time of year or anything like that. So,
Yeah,
um, but yeah, I think it would be nice um to see what happens because I think they're all hour-long specials. Um,
yeah,
probably even more. I reckon the last one will probably be hour and a half. I reckon.
yeah, yeah. Must be. I'd say,
Yeah,
yeah, to lead into the Christmas one.
yeah, I think so. Do you think that Donna will die in the specials, or do you think she'll stay alive?
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. Whether she'll, or maybe she'll be in some other universe or some other TARDIS. You know, that sort of, or inside the Daleks like Clara Oswald,
Yeah, yeah,
possibly. Um, or she might be beat for meat.
yeah. She might be. I look forward to beating the meat. It's gonna be
Yeah,
good.
yeah. And to see how much we get, how much Wilf we get.
Yeah. Um, I'm glad that they haven't shown Wolf in any of the trailers that maybe says that he's maybe not in much. Um, so they want to save it for us to watch.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Because I think you had a couple of bits where you can sort of see a top of a hat, can't you? But
Yeah,
they
really.
think he's
Yeah,
being pushed around or maybe in a wheelchair. Um, will be not. It'd be a nice swan song for him, won't it?
yeah. It'd be nice for him to have a few interactions with the Doctor again and to know that the 60th was his last ever appearance in Doctor
Yeah,
Who. So, um, I'm glad. I hope they show because I know they did some scenes with him where he's getting in the TARDIS. Um,
yeah,
so, and yeah, it's gonna be cool to see what the TARDIS looks like this time because I don't know if they'll just have a 60th anniversary TARDIS and a new one for Shooty. Um,
yeah.
not sure what they'll
Because they ripped all the last one down, didn't they? The production company that all went down
do.
and went to Red Bad Wolf, isn't it?
Yeah,
Now, so we shall see. Yeah,
yeah. I think they've kept the outside the same.
yeah,
Um, but I
yeah.
wasn't
That one. I mean,
I wasn't the biggest fan of 13's interior. Anyway, so I'm kind of happy about they took that down.
yeah. I mean, I'd like when in some of the older shows they had they had a couple of episodes like actually inside the TARDIS, or different rooms or different places that are inside the TARDIS. And it seems with sort of like the new Who, they don't seem to explore the TARDIS inside. That maybe a little bit, but you had the heart of the TARDIS, didn't you? But it might be quite nice to maybe have that in one of the episodes.
Yeah, because I think like they had Journey to the Center of a TARDIS where they were basically in the TARDIS the whole episode. That one. Um,
Yeah,
I liked when David Tennant in Christmas Invasion where they showed his wardrobe and with all those different costumes. So I would like that
yeah,
maybe to do a similar thing for Shooty because he had loads of costumes.
yeah.
So they could show the big wardrobe of all these different costumes he could wear and or something like that. But yeah, I'd love a like a TARDIS based episode again.
Cool.
Don't get many of them nowadays.
No, 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 exactly.
Yeah. But um, I like the Paul McGann's TARDIS because it doesn't look like a TARDIS. It just looks like a room, really.
Yeah,
A big
yeah.
room. I did like that one.
Mm. Do you think they'll ever change the outside of the TARDIS?
Also, maybe they could have made it pink, like Barbie and that. But
Yeah, yeah.
I'd like a purple outside, but I don't think they'll ever do that. Um,
No, no,
you know,
purple's good. I like purple.
I would like a purple and orange interior.
Mm.
I think the reason I didn't, I guess, like 13th Doctor's one because it just felt too small because it was so dark, in it?
Yeah,
Um, and then
yeah. Whereas David Tennant was quite light, wasn't it?
yeah, it was yeah. Um, I think I like the 11th Doctor's ones and the 10th Doctor's, 9th Doctor's, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with the TARDIS this time.
Yeah, yeah. And whether we get any more of sort of Gallifrey and the Time Lords, or whether we'll
Yeah, that'd be nice. Be nice to see some new villains in the new series.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, oh, exactly. I can't wait.
Yeah, because I think it's gonna be. I wonder what they'll do this time. I wonder because they got a bigger budget now if they'll make episodes longer because there won't be as
Yeah,
many in the series. So they might do maybe an hour-long episode perhaps rather than
yeah,
the 45 minute.
yeah. I think maybe, or maybe because depending on the scheduling in it, sometimes like some of the other series is they have to do 45 minutes or that sort of thing to allow for breaks and advertisements in Doctor Who maybe if it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, maybe.
I
Um,
don't
yeah,
know.
I think I think there'll be lots of spin-offs now though for Doctor Who because of
Yeah,
Disney Plus because that's what Disney Plus are known for.
yeah,
All these
yeah.
different spin-offs. Um, but but yeah, I think it's going to be very cinematic. The 60th.
Mm. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. It was quite cinematic on the 50th, wasn't it? And
yeah,
so I think even like you say, they're putting even more money in it, so it should look absolutely fantastic.
yeah. Um,
Only, only 10 years to the 70th.
I wonder what they'll do for that. Yeah, yeah. They might have. I don't know. There might have been half a dozen spin-offs by then.
Yeah, yeah. You never know. We might eventually see Captain Jack come back if they forgive him.
Yeah. Um, it'd be nice to see Captain Jack again. I felt his appearance was purely because the show was struggling at the time. I thought, let's get Captain Jack back. Everyone loves Captain Jack. Um,
Yeah.
and he wasn't in much of it, was he?
No, no.
um, but the thing I've missed, which I'm looking forward to, is the music. Like the
Yeah,
themes and that. I've missed that for the
yeah,
last 7 odd years, so I'm glad we'll be getting them
yeah.
again.
Definitely, definitely. And they're all the different themes as well.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
like like the
yeah,
characters.
yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
have you heard the new 15th Doctor's theme?
I have. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's very rousing.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, very. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
it takes you a little while to get into it.
Yeah,
That one.
because first of all, I thought that was the main thing, and I was like, no, where's the where's the where they've taken everything out, and then I was like, it's Tuesday's theme. So I was like, that's okay, that's all right, you know. But yeah, no, I think like you say, with the big budget and that sort of this is definitely an entrance, isn't it?
Yeah,
That so yeah, looking forward to that.
yeah. Ruby's theme is quite sad. I think. Um,
I've not heard that yet.
yeah, that one is very it's a good theme. A little bit like Rose's a little bit.
Yeah,
Um, not like Doomsday, but like I thought just a sad one. But what do you think of the actual new Doctor Who theme?
yeah, quite. I really like it. Yeah,
I think I liked it. I think it's gonna take a. I don't think it will sound the same now on the show. I think because you can see hear a lot of the instruments, it won't
yeah.
be, I guess, like that when you actually hear it. Yeah. Do you do you think for the 60th, because when they revealed the title trailers of the episodes, we saw like the old Vortex of the fourth for series four. Do you think that they'll include multiple different intros, I guess, from past incarnations of the Doctors?
Yeah, possibly. Um, Difficult to say, isn't it? Because it's like you say, because of Disney and that, you might not, but then I think they do want to sort of keep their audience, so keep some of the traditional bits, you know, definitely.
Yeah, I can just picture every episode at the end saying "to be continued" because it's be all it's like just like can it'll be one after the other, won't it? So.
Yeah, yeah. Either that, or as long as they don't put in a galaxy far, far away, you know.
It seems like that. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah. Because there's three important dates for this month. So the first, which is BBC iPlayer, of course, and then you've got the
yeah,
17th, which is Children in Need. So I wonder if
yeah.
they'll be doing a mini episode, perhaps, like similar to what they
I
done
think,
when David Tennant was the Ninth Doctor.
yeah, yeah. I think you're right there. I think definitely you're, or we'll get to see when they're being released, or you know, or you never know. You never know. They might stop Children in Need and just show the first one.
Yeah, but
Could be like
um,
45 minutes. Here we go.
they might show a sneak peek.
Yeah,
Because in the recent episode of well, not the recent episode, not the recent Doctor Who magazine, I read it what Russell T Davies was saying, and he was saying like the first, the 17th, and the 23rd are important dates, but they will not be shown the episode, so there won't be an episode on the
right.
23rd, probably because that's a Thursday in the week. Um,
Yeah,
um, uh, the one I'm interested about is the 23rd because what there must be something really good happening on that day because of course that is Doctor Who's anniversary day, so it must be
yeah,
something really important.
yeah. Maybe something live.
Maybe,
You know,
maybe
possibly.
it'd be
Like
interesting.
when they revealed Peter Capaldi, didn't they? That
Yeah.
was quite a big sort of show, and the big reveal. Whereas Jodie was wandering through the forest. You know,
That was a bit of a different reveal, really. Yeah, I don't think we ever had that before. We'd like to know what forest it was.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I kind of question if it was the 17th, they do something. It would make sense to do the first episode after the 17th because if they did it before and something special's happening on the 17th, maybe a bit out of order. So yeah,
Mm.
um, I would personally like it to go start maybe like the 25th, the first one, because at least just
Yeah,
after like the 23rd, and then you've got the next two in December, and then you've got to wait maybe 2 weeks to the Christmas episode, so you're
yeah,
not
yeah.
waiting much time.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I think the second special is the most mysterious one. I think Wild Blue Yonder because we don't really know
Yeah.
much about that one.
No, nothing. Maybe that's what those the first dates are going to be. You know, maybe we'll find out more. I think,
Yeah,
or maybe that'll be the children in need. You know, the trailer for the second one.
maybe. I wonder if they'll do that because normally after an episode of Doctor Who, they'll do a trailer to the next one. I don't know
Yeah,
what they'll do for the Wild Blue Yonder one. Will they just keep that secret and not show it? Um, but
yeah. But we got like with this one, didn't we? That was what 2.5 minutes long.
yeah,
So maybe you get 30 seconds at the end of the first one, and then children in need, you get maybe a 2-minute one and release date.
yeah. Um, it's gonna be really fun because I think lots of different things will be happening in it, and I think it's a bit like a movie. I think 3 movies.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it will be. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Winter is going to be great. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. When I saw David Tennant, he said it's going to be very unexpected this year. So
oh, really? Oh,
yeah, yeah. So
how was
I
that?
I trust him to say that.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be really fun. Um, so Paul, last thing before we finish, what in the 60th is there something that you would want to happen? Is there someone that you would want to appear that hasn't been announced? What would you kind of like?
Um, yeah, I'd like to see something to do with Gallifrey or the Time Lords. You know, something on the backstory of the Doctor.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I think Gallifrey will be involved. I would have thought. Um,
yeah,
maybe that's what it might be. Sort of swinging back to the Time Lords returning again, like
yeah.
before, like before. But it's going to be really fun. We'll
Oh
enjoy it.
yeah,
We'll
I
definitely
can't
enjoy it.
wait.
Well, thank you for coming on your first podcast, Paul.
Oh, thanks very much.
Yeah,
Been a pleasure.
glad you enjoyed it.
Especially, yeah. Thanks, Mason.
Thanks, Paul.